Hi, this is a video of the epic battle of the Cricut Maker and the Brother ScanNCut. I have both machines, the ScanNCut 650 and the ScanNCut 350. I purchased the Brother ScanNCut 350 in October 2017. It was such a successful item for me that I was able to pay it off using the products that I made within 8 weeks. It cost me approximately $300. I bought it on Amazon. Shortly thereafter, I purchased the ScanNCut 650, which doesn't look a whole lot different than the 350, but it has a lot more functions. Both of them are standalone machines. In other words, they don't have to be hooked up to a computer. Whereas the Cricut Maker has its own good qualities, but it must be hooked up to a computer or a tablet. I bought a tablet specifically for use with the Cricut Maker. I purchased the Brother 650 for approximately $750. It can only be purchased at sewing machine stores. Usually each major city has a sewing machine store that sells these items. I have not been able to find them online, even at Amazon. I make stencils with all 3 machines. We sell the stencils as we create them on eBay and on Amazon. The stencil jobs have been profitable enough to pay off the Brother 350 and now pretty much the Brother 650. Here's an example of just on eBay of an order that came in while I was at the post office shipping other orders. Also with the Cricut and with the Brother, we are able to make signs that I sell at artisan markets. Some of these are stencils that I have made, designed myself, or borrowed elements of other people's ideas. We're able to sell these items at farmers market and on eBay and Amazon. I'm able to create stencils like this that I can make on wood pieces and sell at artisan markets. Some stencils I buy copy the elements that I like without doing a copyright infringement and then sell them online and in person. I've been able to pay for all 3 of my machines by doing this. When we first purchased the ScanNCut 350, we watched Julie Fei-Fan Balzer on YouTube to try and understand how to work it. She was very helpful. One of the things that was not helpful, however, was understanding the difference between the Cricut machines and the Brother machines. And that is the difference that I'm going to talk about. So many of you are trying to decide, do I want the Brother or do I want the Cricut? Or do I want both? And what is the difference? The 350 has a few fonts and a few images. I'm going to show you those now. All 3 machines have a tray, a blade, and there are many, many interchangeable blades, deep cut, standard, etc., knife blades. The Brother products have a screen that is different than the Cricut Maker. It's actually attached to the machine. The Brothers also have built-in fonts and images. This is your default page. These are some of the images you can choose from, just to give you a feeling. Here are the fonts that are available on the Brother 350. Just want you to be able to see that again. Just a few fonts. What the Brother brags of, and what we use quite a bit in our stencil making business, is the ability to scan. So instead of using the pre-programmed fonts and images, you may scan your own items. I'll show you that momentarily. Before we get to that, let me show you quickly the 650's difference from the 350. Remember, we just saw the fonts and the images, which look almost exactly the same, in the stand-up screen. But the 650 has several more fonts. Remember that one? And here's some more different ones, and more different ones. There's also this font. And this font. For those of you that speak Greek, which is not too many of us, we even have Greek. Let's go back to what we were talking about earlier. The ability of the Brother to scan images that you have drawn, which is what I use quite a bit in my business. You can see my big messy table. I hope it's not too embarrassing, but you're all crafters like me. So if I have drawn this picture and I want to scan it into the ScanNCut, I am able to use the scan mat, the scanning mat, which looks like this. I'm able to lift that, put my image, anything that I want, into the scanning mat, scan that into the ScanNCut, and you'll hear that familiar sound. Press start, and it will scan whatever image I have drawn. It will immediately go into its memory. That is a big difference from the Cricut Maker, which we're going to discuss soon. I'm going to get to the Cricut, and the Cricut has good qualities as well. With the Brother, my cat picture is now in the memory of this machine. I could cut it again and again and again and again, which is what I'm going to do. Both Brothers, the 650 and the 350, only have limited memory. I would say about 20 to 25 frames of digital space. If you purchase a Brother memory stick, you will have many, many more. I highly advise purchasing a memory stick on Amazon. Another question that people often ask is, do the Brother and the Cricut cut craft board, corrugated craft board, metallic items, foul leather, real leather, canvas, cardstock, and even balsa type woods? The answer is yes. Both the Cricut and the ScanNCut can cut those large items. And of course, they both can cut fabric. Now, here's the big differences. Here is my Cricut Maker. I love it. I enjoy it very much, but it's very different than the ScanNCut. As you can see, there is no attached screen. How do I even know what I'm inputting in order for the blades to cut? There's standard blades, deep cut blades, fabric blades, rotary blades, you name it. And now a new knife blade coming out sometime in 2018. So what's the big difference? If they both can cut the same items, the big difference is that we have a screen and a standalone item with both Brother items. And with the Maker, you must connect it to a computer of some sort, or in my case, what I did was I bought a tablet. I already had Wi-Fi in my house, so the tablet is wholly dedicated to the Cricut. In order to use the Maker at all, you must be on Cricut Design Space, which we will talk about next. The Cricut Maker is no good to you whatsoever, unless it is connected to Cricut Design Space. It is a cloud, if you will, under the Cricut.com family of items. I'm already signed in, and I'm going to go to my projects so that you can see a little bit of what this is like. These are some of the items that I've been making and playing with over the last while, and some of the items that I sell both online and at the fair. To give you a feeling for how many items you have on Design Space, as far as images, we will click on Images, and you can see that you have a choice of about 60,000 images to choose from. Some are subscribed, some are free, some cost money. I'm going to look for one, extra money. That one there. There are literally 60,000 images. If you subscribe to the $9.99 a month Cricut fee, which I did, because I want access to the 60,000 images that change constantly. How about text? Remember how we talked about Brother having only some fonts that you can work with? Remember that? This is the 650, remember. Cricut one-ups them quite a bit and has many, many different kinds of fonts. I'll give you a feel for how many there are, so that you can see it for yourself. I have used these fonts to create stencils. I have used these fonts to create signs, and they are very different than what Brother offers. See how many there are? Many, many more. I can't even probably show you in this short video how many there are. So now you have a feel. You have access to much in the Cricut Design Space. You have access to many more images. You have access to many more fonts. But you must be hooked up to a tablet or a computer if you're going to use the Cricut Maker. We're going to talk about cost next. So when it comes down to deciding what am I going to pay for the Cricut versus the Brother, a lot of things need to be talked about, which we have discussed. The Cricut, you're going to pay approximately $400 for the machine. The machine will do you no good without accessories, mats, material to cut on, other blades that you may need. That's at least $100. If you buy it on Amazon, you will have the ability to try it out and return it. That's my understanding. That's why I bought it on Amazon. You will also need, as we just learned, to subscribe to Design Space. Remember, Design Space has a charge of $4.99 if you just want the fonts. This is all per month. Or $9.99 if you want the 60,000 images and all the fonts. Plus, you also get new ideas, some freebies every once in a while, which I have used in my business. The Cricut has paid for itself as far as I'm concerned. I'm very pleased with it, but it's very different. If you don't have a computer, we must add in a computer cost. For me, it was a $200 tablet I had to buy in order to use the Cricut, because I did not want to attach the Cricut to my freestanding laptop, since I was doing emails, printing shipping labels, and doing other marketing for my business. Now let's go over to the Brother ScanNCut. For the 350 model, you'll pay approximately $300. Again, I would advise buying it on Amazon so that you can return it if you do not like it. You will not need to buy a computer or a tablet, but you also will need at least $100 of accessories, mats, blades, cardstock, vinyl, etc. You will not need monthly fees like you do with the Cricut if you're wanting fonts or the images. I think I wrote fonts here and I meant to write images. But you are stuck with the fonts and the images that is provided on the freestanding ScanNCut. The ScanNCut 650 will have more fonts and more images, but you will pay more money. You will pay approximately $700 for everything you will need, and you will have to drive. So I'll make a little car. You will have to drive to a nearby sewing machine or vacuum supply store. I had to drive about 30 miles in order to purchase this. It is not sold online, the 650. Brother does offer their own cloud as well, and you can look at that. That's the ScanNCut canvas online, if you want to do that for more items. So let's tally up the money. For Cricut, you need $500 here, $10 a month here, and if you don't have a computer, to get a tablet or a small computer, you'll need another $200. Right there, we're up to $500, $120 a year here, and another $200 investment here. If you simply want to just start and see if you like cutting machines, you could get this Brother ScanNCut 350 for $300 plus probably another $100 for everything that you need. Then you can decide if it's worth it for you. If you really like it, you can go for the big guy, the 650, and you will pay $700 for everything that you'll need. Now you can compare. It's an epic battle. I like all three of them, and I like all three of them for different reasons. God bless y'all, and good luck.